Hello, everybody, and welcome to our new releases show. My name is Brandon.
My name is Danica.
On this week's show, we got a sizable pile. This week is Bonkertons.
Yep. And literally seconds before this started, the cats collided with the table. So
Just a big old bonkaroo.
Yeah. So my nicely lined up shot is now offset, which I'm not happy about.
I always love all the prep work we put into everything. And then the cats are like, yo, but you know what's going to be fun? Messing this up.
We're going to take you down.
You're not going to pay attention to us for like a solid hour while you guys talk about, what is this? Paper?
What is this?
I eat this for breakfast.
You shouldn't.
Yeah. No, we have a strict cats aren't allowed to eat the comics policy here at Variant Edition. So
just readjusting.
Yeah, that's good. Good evening, Brandy.
Hi.
Nice. This version of seeing you here.
Yeah.
Hello, Eric. Hopefully all of your stuff got to you okay.
Yes. Let us know.
It was a bonkers Wednesday. We got it out the door still on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Along with some copies of our retailer exclusive Department of Truth.
Yes.
So that went out to everybody.
So they're on their way to you. Brandy, I hope they arrive well. I hope you also got your diamond shipment on time this week.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
There's lots happening. I love this.
Yeah, no, this is great. Thank you. Sorry. I've got my laptop on the side here, and so I'm just always looking. It did, but what?
Flash would have.
Oh,
Flash was still probably on a skippy. But yeah, Beast Wars. I don't know. It is on your file for some reason, so maybe it's supposed to be on someone else's file. If so, we will fix that and refund you for that. Cause
yes.
Interesting.
We'll figure that out.
Hello, Simone.
Hi.
And Brandy says Diamond is coming in tomorrow morning, which stressful.
Yeah. Well, understandable.
With everything
I'm sorry. I'm in a weird mode where I'm like tired but trying to push through it.
And we got so many.
It
is good stuff.
A really big week. It is a really, really big week.
Our drop point person was saying that a lot of other places didn't really get a whole lot. Now, granted, our shipment was big for extra reasons. We got in one of them nice twirly comic stands for a library that we're helping out.
Yeah, it's actually almost about Brandon height.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if she doesn't want the box, we'll take it and see if he can fit in the box.
Yeah. The trick, and I think we can do this, but it's a very tall box, maybe like taller than I am.
Yeah. Oh, Eric says he loves Beast Wars.
Hey, hell yeah.
So maybe it was just an awesome recommendation from you.
It might have. Yeah, you know what? It might have been we've talked about Beast Wars in the past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or maybe I said it was on Tubi.
We did talk about that.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think it was just a stroke of brilliance from you.
Maybe we're talking about it being on Tubi, and you were like, "Oh my god, I love Beast Wars." I'm like, you know what's gonna happen then?
Oh boy.
Yes, they are called spinner racks. A twirly time comics display.
Twirly time. Yes, cat box time for Brandon. Absolutely.
Yeah, since it's taller than me, the biggest problem, because I would have to like lie down to get into it, but then we'd have to flip it up, and I don't know if I can do that in my agedness anymore. Or we have to kind of like shimmy it on top of me,
right? And
place it like this.
So maybe like if I go above you on the stairs and just like shimmy it down your head, and then you're just stuck, and it's like no arm movement. You
know what would be funny is the cats would be like, "What is happening?" Because like I'd be in a box, they wouldn't be able to see me. They'd be like, "Oh, heck, a box," because they have short-term memory.
Yeah, they don't have object permanence.
And it would move around and be like, oh my God, sentient box. And then like scare the heck out of me as they attack the box as I try and move around.
It would be great.
That'll be great.
Only for me though. And the
Oh, Eric said it was on Tubi.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So yeah, it definitely was a recommendation that we made you pay for. Whoops.
I will tell you straight off. We're real tired after this day. Big freaking day. So let's get to it.
Hooray.
One of the things that's causing us a bit of that good turmoil is ENIAC is here. Finally, the first release from Bad Idea. For those of you who haven't heard of Bad Idea, they are a comics company that's only shipping to a select few comic locations. 200 locations, about 153 different stores, different chains.
Yes.
Something like that. And they're doing some really good genre stuff. ENIAC is a sci-fi thriller about AI machine that's actually responsible for ending the Second World War.
Oop.
When
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, bud. When it dropped the second bomb on Japan because it decided that the first bomb wouldn't be enough to stop us from trying to kill each other. So,
the difference in the covers is the logo. It is a first printing and a not first printing.
Yeah. It does say literally on the back first printing and then the exact words not first printing.
Yep.
So what they're
Coming
doing
out the same day.
Yeah. Now the trick with this, we'll talk about it a little bit later when we get to another book. Bad Idea highly underestimated how many people would want this book, and they allocated our orders to 51%. Now, luckily, we were able to make sure everybody who had pre-orders with us get first printing editions. Eric, if you want a first printing edition of this, we still have a few left and a few others in reserve that I'm calling the oh crap we forgot pile. Because it has been a year since these were announced.
Yes.
And in that time we got some orders and switched some systems. So we're leaving ourselves a little bit of wiggle room on that end. But yep, just a difference in the logo. It's got the same paper stock. It's got that sweet spot varnish. And the only difference between the first print and the second print is the second print actually has a wee little bonus page of information here that's not in the first print.
Sneaky.
Yeah. This also comes with what they're calling a B-side. It's one of the first stories in the Hero Trade universe story or whatever. Super weird story from Matt Kint and my favorite artist, writer, David Lapham. I was like, my brain.
You have this.
It's literally
kid.
My favorite series.
You got it, kid.
Yeah. Stray Bullets is my favorite series of all time, and David Lapham does it. So good. Anyways, you might know the Hero Trade from that time that we cut a comic in half.
Yes, it's true.
Mm-hmm. We had that sumbitch laminated.
Yeah, we did.
So that everybody can still see it. Everyone can still see it.
Yeah, I've got it in a binder.
Exactly.
I hole punched that bee.
Yeah. They are really thick. Oversized first issue plus bonus story, all for the low price of $3.99 American or about $5.30 Canadian. Oh, girl.
Yay. Yeah. Yeah, Sean, we're just going to chop up all of the comics we have. Every single one. No one will be left uncut. Anyway, I'm going to get some hate mail. Sorry, I'm going through a thing right now. Holy, how does this...
You got the pains. You got the pains?
Well, I don't have those pains.
No.
I'd let you know. I'm pretty frank about that. No, my side, like near my back tailbone. Not my tailbone, but adjacent. It's been hurting for like 2 weeks.
I am in incredible pain.
I actually am. It's really sad.
You are.
No, I thought like I slept wrong, and then it was getting better, and I put heat on it and it doesn't do anything, and it's coming back with a vengeance, usually when I'm doing something like Tuesdays where I lift a lot of boxes, and so it's agitating it.
All the boxing.
I don't know. Maybe
some yoga, a little bit of I don't
eat
know
some yogurt.
I don't know yoga terms. I'm so sorry. And Eric says that it fixed him.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. Sorry, it's one of those weird things that people tell people with depression to do. So I'm like, but it's not because you're suggesting it. It's just because it's like, no, yoga will not fix my depression.
Yeah, I think you tried a little bit of it before during the depression, not necessarily to like fix aches and pains. And the problem that you had was you're supposed to quiet your mind, but in the depressive state, it was like, bitch, you can't even quiet your mind.
What are you doing?
Why are you like this? You can't even do yogurt properly.
Why aren't you quieting your mind? Anyway, so yeah, I'm in considerable pain, as Captain Holt said. Yeah, my spine is definitely messed up. Man, I feel like I'm the only person in the world who doesn't do yoga. So this thing has, it has 5 covers, but one of them is blank. So like you can figure out.
It's 5 covers that aren't the incentive covers. I left all the incentive covers for everything at work because there's this whole bunch of incentive covers.
All right. Sorry, I don't even know if I'm in the shot right, but I have.
Yeah, you got it.
I have the solicitation open because I hate doing elevator pitches.
Noctera, babies.
Noctera.
Scott Snyder, Tony S. Daniel, Tony's Daniel.
Is that like the plural of Tony Daniels?
Yeah.
Daniel?
If you have multiple Tony Daniel, it's Tony's Daniel. That's exactly, it's the plural.
All right. So Scott Snyder, we like him. He's great. He worked on Batman. So did Tony Daniel. 10 years after the world is plunged into an everlasting night that turns all living creatures into monstrous shades, the only way to survive is to stay close to artificial light. Enter Valentina Val Riggs, a skilled ferryman who transports people and goods along deadly unlit roads with her heavily illuminated 18-wheeler. So this is an exercise first issue, and it will be an ongoing. I was reading it wrong.
To answer Dillhouse's question, hi Dillhouse.
Hello.
The black cover is a jock cover. Scott Snyder got a lot of his old collaborators to do some work on it.
Yeah.
The one that Danica was holding up was the Greg Capullo cover.
The Capullo.
Gregolis.
With John Glapion and FCO Placentia.
I love Kate's. Hold me closer, Tony's Daniel.
I'm so scared of the dark. I'm Scott Snyder.
Are you scared of the doctor? Yeah. Can you tell from that story that Scott Snyder used to be deathly afraid of the dark when he was a kid? One of his kids actually deals with it a little bit too. He likes putting fears into his stories to kind of like as a way to deal with stuff or to help other people deal with them. And yeah, a bit of apocalypse and a bit of the darkness is going to happen. Dillhouse, you can have that cover. We can make that happen. I'm going to write that down when you get to this next one here.
Yeah, and also write down that Eric wanted the bad idea one.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Next up, we have DC. We are starting past the future state because, my gosh, it's March. How? No one knows.
Nobody knows how that happened.
Exactly.
It's still 2020. It's still March 2020, and none of this has happened.
Oh, yeah. Has anybody seen the website covidstandardtime.com? Holy, it is appropriate. Oh, my gosh. COVID Standard Time. Today is Tuesday, March 366th, 2020. COVID Standard Time. We have not left March. It's fun. Everything is fun.
We never left March. This is basically like a really sad version of the Bob Newhart show where he woke up and it was all a dream and it was the same from his previous sitcom. It's like that.
We woke up and it was all a nightmare. Oh no, we're living the nightmare. Hooray. Anyway, Crime Syndicate. So,
Crimes.
do you like the Justice League? Would you rather they be mean bullies?
Would you rather they do crime?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're just kind of, I mean, it's everybody you know and love in the Justice League, but also they're dicks now.
Yeah. So it takes place on Earth 3 where that is kind of the deal. It's basically like
I'm being very glib.
Reverses. And it's a really good, well done story that they've put together. I wasn't too keen going into this because there's so many good books this week that's like that number one. I don't know about this, but you know they pulled it off. They pulled it off really well.
Oh yeah, like I'm being incredibly glib, but
no,
I did
know.
enjoy it.
Exactly, like you got done that and you're like actually surprised me, and like Danica doesn't really adhere to like your punchy fighty super mups. Super mups.
Super mups? I don't know what that is. I don't. It's like halfway between.
Boom, 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 super mups. Boom, 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 super mups.
Dylan, we are sold out of 2 moons, but I will look up and see if I can get more.
I think we actually do have a blank cover left.
No, I sold it
today.
Not today.
Because I moved it today.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I sold that last week. Never mind, it's yours.
I moved it today. We had 2 of them, maybe.
No, we only had 1 left on shelf when I looked. I will fight you. No, I'm kidding. I don't really care that much.
If it's any matter to you, the blank cover does have a regular cover underneath it. So if you're just like, blank covers are for nerds,
and squares.
You can just pull it off.
Magic.
Or if you don't want to know, it'll just be a regular cover in your file. Who's to know what it was before you got your hands on it?
Oh my god.
Nobody can tell.
Nobody. Oh my god, it's here. It's finally here.
Has the risening. The BRZRKR. So this book is about, have you heard of a young actor named Keanu Reeves? Reeves.
Is he French?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, he's Italian.
Yes, very Italian. I believe in John Wick. There's that famous line where he's like, "You killed my dog. I should take a revenge on your whole family." Bop boop beep beep. That's terrible. I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm glad that Simone agrees with me that he is a vampire. He is an immortal,
but a benevolent one. Apparently, he's very kind to people.
Oh yeah, not all vampires are mean.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
stereotype. That's so rude.
I was listening to a podcast today, the Not Your Demo podcast with those two nice ladies from Chicago, and they're talking about how a lot of fantasy like live forever monster characters they're like, yeah, you know, we're immortal, but we mate for life, whatever. And one of the hosts who is polyamorous is just like, this is literally my nightmare.
Oh, living forever?
Well, and being monogamous forever.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that's generally why I think vampires are more open to being poly, because they're like, I got time.
I love you, buddy.
Oh, big boy. Oh.
It's all good. He's fine.
He made it to the chair. Okay. I was like,
He made it, just barely. But you can't step on this notepad thing because then it acts wonky.
Yeah, we spent money on that thing. No, thank you, Max. All right. Let me pull up the next one.
See, that's exactly how Keanu Reeves sounds.
It's me.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
I'm not going to get in trouble for any of this.
This is a horrible racist stereotype that we're doing. Seriously, this is bad. We shouldn't be doing this. We're better than this. We're not better than this. Hey, look! Guess what's up? It's Demon Days. Oh, this is terrible. There we go. All right. Let's pick the one with the words. The words on it.
BRZRKR. Yeah. BRZRKR.
All right. So, we all love Peach Momoko. We think.
I love what's happening right now.
I'm ignoring it.
That's a spicy Keanu.
That is a spicy.
Oh, I need to explain what Berserker's about.
Oh, I thought you.
No, it just got into Italian actor Keanu Reeves. So it's basically like, okay, so what if John Wick was actually kind of more immortal and could punch the jaws off of other human beings?
So like John Wick 17, like it's gonna
it's like and like rip off people's limbs and whatnot. He is an immortal type who can just like wreck things. But of course, in that Keanu vein, where he is like the super serious murder machine, there's the flavor comes in the form of where that character finds his compassion, because he's not just murdering for murder.
He's murdering for fun. I'm just kidding. He's not.
So the first issue really is sort of like a showcase of what pain this character can get. And then the second part of it basically goes into something happened out there. What happened out there? Exploration of this wild ass murder machine.
Wild stallion.
This wild stallion. Keanu Reeves.
He's the wild stallion of our hearts.
Be excellent to each other.
This is so bad. We need to stop.
I went to Italy, and the Italian people are absolutely lovely and swing their arms while they talk generously, and could eat you under the table.
Yeah.
Oh, that's phrasing. That's not good. I actually did not intend for that to be dirty.
We definitely need a phrasing button. Because that would get so much use.
We definitely need a phrasing button.
Phrasing.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Children, don't ask your parents why we're laughing.
Oh no.
The one true Andrew says, so Hulkwick, kinda.
Yeah, I like it.
And is Berserker an ongoing or miniseries? It is a 12-issue miniseries.
Yeah, they don't say that in the solicits, like in the previous world.
They sure don't. But I know stuff about things.
Oh my God.
And Eric is apparently upset. I know there's a lot to be upset about with whatever I was up to there. So.
Yeah. No. Don't even, Sean. God, our official sport being rodeo. Like, I have to leave this province. I'm embarrassed.
And they call the thing rodeo. Garth Brooks has a song called Rodeo. It's the tears in the mud.
Oh my God. Hey, look, Demon Days is out. We all like Peach Momoko.
Yeah,
she's great. She makes the pretty things. Look. And then Art Germ, because
there's so many
they're
cubbers.
Like a power couple who's
there's
not a
so
couple.
Many cubbers.
And this is a Mark Brooks. And oh yeah.
Gihurihu.
Yes.
Gihurihu.
So cute.
Artist group Gihurihu.
Yes. So oh Mike, don't you start.
Oh dang.
What?
Peach Momoko's story was adapted by Zach Davidson. He's a nice dude on Twitter who can speak fluent Japanese and does a lot of translations. So like this was originally written.
That's really cool. Yeah, it's very neat. I didn't actually know what to expect because for whatever reason, I'm terrible at my job and I didn't look into this. So I will. This is going to be a quarterly, right?
Yes.
Cool. This is book 1 of 5. A wandering swordswoman with a psychic blade arrives at a village that's being targeted by demons. One demon is black and white with a terrifying red tongue, and another may be the strongest demon there is. this is a terrible solicit. Why did I read this? Anyway,
You got this.
no, it's just really badly written. Like you don't say anything about it.
They're basically like, you know who these characters are, but they're in a different context, except like you're saying, they're not doing a good job of it.
They're not. It's terrible. And the last half is like revolutionary reimagination of the Marvel universe that could only come from Peach Momoko. Ready your katana. I'm like,
oh yeah,
is
it's that thing that I don't like about it's that thing that I don't like about comic solicits, when 90% of it is just like from the person you know, and I'm like, yeah, but the majority of people in the world don't know who that person is.
Yep.
So don't sell it to me like that. It was like when Max Brooks was doing an Avatar book, and it spent literally 4 paragraphs talking about Max Brooks and who he was. And then there was 2 sentences that were like, this book is about this.
Thanks for nothing. Now, the cool thing is it starts explaining what yokai and oni are, which is awesome because I'm super into that. But also it assumes you don't know what yokai and oni are, which is good.
That's good. Yeah.
Because not everybody knows, right? So this is pretty cool. Like I actually didn't expect this. And then some things started clicking into place when I was reading it, and I was like, oh, I know what's happening. This is very good.
Very good for Akira Yoshida to commission this from an actual person from Japan and not a fake person from Japan.
Yeah.
Mr. Chester Sobolski. Everyone thinks I'm making that up. No, his first name is Chester.
Oh, no wonder he doesn't use it.
Chester Sobolski. I forget what the B is, but the B is even wilder.
Bastard. Anyway, maybe we shouldn't go into that.
Oh, girl. Jason.
Okay. Jason. I hate that I'm laughing at that. It's so good. Damn it. We dance. All right. Well, yeah, the One Piece cover. That's funny.
It is funny.
She did all of the innards.
She does so many covers. Although, to be fair, usually one on each book, unless they kind of like, oh, and also here's her pencils, and also here's her rings. Haha. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's a 1 for 100. Bye.
Sensational Wonder Woman, a digital first comic series that will feature a rotating team of writers and artists. This one has Stephanie Phillips and Megan Hetrick, 2 of your favorite comic creators.
I like them. They're great.
What is this one about?
This one is actually, it starts off as a Wonder Woman as a 50s housewife, and we slowly find out that that's not what's happening at all.
Ooh, snap. Some mischief afoot.
Yeah.
All right. I'm super excited for Jonah and the Unstoppable Unpossible Monsters.
It's impossible.
There's another cover. I lost it. Anyways, this is a new series from Chris Somney. In addition to him doing the art for Firepower with Robert Kirkman, he's worked on this with his family, kind of co-writing it with his wife and with their kids in mind. And what he's going for is sort of like a Bone style story. So it has that expansive feel, that wide world feel, and it takes a lot of time with that graphic imagery, which is really cool. It is a quicker read. It is an easier read. It is what I would like to call a bedtime read. Because you can kind of get into it a little bit, and then you can be like, well, we'll have to wait for next month. And it would be a really, really good good thing for those of you with some wayward youths. Like this boy.
Oh, yeah. He's not our youngest anymore, but he's definitely wayward.
Yeah.
Hi, dude. I know you want to talk about Swamp Thing.
Oh, heck yeah, I do want to talk about Swamp Thing.
Heck yeah.
This is the team that was working on the Future State Swamp Thing book. Now, you don't need to know anything.
Joseph, hi. Hey.
You don't need
I haven't seen you in one of these things for a while. Sorry. Exactly. I never get to actually talk to him. You deliver to him.
No, it's true. You don't actually need to know anything from that previous Swamp Thing series. Although they will sort of like seed some of that in. But basically, the idea behind this is Swamp Thing is this entity in the DC universe, the Green, basically an avatar for the Green, and as it being an entity, sort of has outlasted humanity, both for generations, and will continue to do so. So it continues to see humanity's mistakes over and over again, and still believes in the best of humanity and that they can be better. This is a new Swamp Thing who is carrying the avatar of Swamp Thing. So it's a new character, a new Indian character. The idea behind it being why that's one of the biggest populations on the earth, and if this entity is choosing sort of like a representative, that would be a good place. And so this story is actually going to be more DC world traveling, going through and talking about humanity and its strengths and its weaknesses and all that kind of stuff. Very, very freaking excited. I will add that to your list, Eric. I think you're going to freaking adore it. It's so good. And the art is just, love it.
Well, speaking of Peach Momoko covers, there is one this week for King in Black, Wiccan, and Hulkling. This is their honeymoon, basically. They did get married, and everybody was happy, and it was a rad wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And now they get to go to an awesome, beach resort.
It is basically a honeymoon book where they fight venoms.
Yeah. It's basically a Doctor Who episode,
It's very
which I'm
sweet.
okay with.
This
With
one,
more romance.
This one does have a Peach Momoko cover.
Yeah. That's what I said.
She doing it.
She everywhere. She's great. And the other... Oh, who does the variant? I know this person. Oh, it's Dodderman. Of course it's Dodderman. That guy's done Thor for a while.
That guy Max got like a whole lot of water on him. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, no. Poor buddy.
He just wouldn't move.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah, I had that up.
Sorry, I'm seeing things late. Yes, Kate, absolutely, you can get that one. Next up. Okay, good. 3 covers. All right. Hey, y'all know America Chavez, she of punching and kicking dimensional holes and being rad.
Yeah, remember that time that she literally also punched Hitler in the face?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
God, that was good.
When
I
you-
like comics.
And remember, kill Hitler.
Don't forget to kill Hitler.
That's a Tubi show. If you want to watch Danger 5 is great.
Oh man, we gotta. Yeah, actually, I conned my parents into watching the first episode because I was like, "This is so good, this is so good," and then we hit play, and I was like, "Oh no, what if they hate it?" But they didn't. They liked it.
They did. I think
So
your
weird.
mom started out hating it and
Yeah.
then reluctantly liked it.
She was actually laughing. I didn't think she'd like it.
Yeah, because the first bits weren't. The first bits were okay.
Yeah, like it's a weird kind of camp that you cannot acclimatize yourself to. You just have to jump into the camp.
Oh, it's so super weird.
Yeah. All right. So, America Chavez. Let's see. So she has been part of the Young Avengers. She's been part of the Ultimates. She is from another dimension. After having to leave her 2 moms, coming to Earth, being rad,
Yeah,
being dressed in stars and stripes all the time,
punching
kicking,
fascists in the face. That's the energy we need in 2021.
Exactly. Yeah. America Chavez is that's my America. Is that what people say? I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
This here's my America. Take that, Hitler.
I love it. So basically, yeah, again, this is a dumb solicit that says nothing in a paragraph. So it starts off with her in a fight, and minor spoilers, Kate Bishop is there, which is great. She's
The best Hawkeye. The best Hawkeye.
Yes.
The best Hawkeye.
And in the process of this fight, you find out that actually her powers are kind of fitsing out, right? So this is what the series is going to be about: her figuring out what's happening, what's going on. Is there someone nefarious in the I just forgot that part of the stage. Anyway,
In the wings?
the wings. Thank you. Yeah, no, like legitimately, I just forgot that word.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's super rad. I like it, and I think it's gonna be great.
Max is upset, so he's in a box ripping out paper with his mouth.
Oh, great. Thanks, buddy.
This variant, I think all of the variants are spoken for, but I think one of them is spoken for by you, if I remember properly. Mike Josic.
Yeah.
Using almost your Mike Josic.
Is he in trouble? Jeez. Good thing we don't know his middle name.
I was gonna say.
I found the other Jonah.
It's by Jen Bartel.
Yeah, I like her. She's fun. And she's getting like super political on her Twitter. It's great.
I like that stuff.
Is there only one cover of Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Captain Marvel? That's fine. Super rad. I liked it. I haven't read this one yet, but it's the same team that's been doing it. So obviously it's going to be very good. And also Chewie's on the back, which is great.
We love Chewie.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Spider-Gwen and Captain Marvel. I'm sorry. This
Hanging
is
out,
rad.
having some fun.
I don't need much more to sell me.
Sweeney Boo is actually not on these 3
shoot.
issues, but she will be on the next arc again.
Oh, she did the cover. That's why I assumed.
Yeah.
I'm horrible.
But
I'm
still,
garbage.
good times. Still that flavor you're looking for.
Oh yeah, but they still have a good feel. Actually, inks. Artist layout is Mario Del Penino. Inks Isabel Escalante and colorist Heather Breckel.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, they definitely have like a Boo vibe going though. I really like that.
Hello.
Welcome
to this part of the show.
All right.
Oh heck. So here, I was very happy to read.
I'm sorry. Could you say Frontier?
Infinite Frontier.
Wow, your Alberta is coming out. Oof. All right. Anyway,
Infinite Frontier.
please continue.
It's a book about a whole bunch of buckaroos and lady buckaroos having themselves a grand old time hanging out in space, through time, and fighting crime.
on Mars.
It's time for tonight's thrilling feature. Sparks, Nevada, Marshall on Mars.
Oh, we are gonna get
Justice
sued.
Red.
No, we're gonna get sued if you do that. Anyway,
Yeah.
so this is a nice oversized
It's a thick boy.
it's a thick boy. It's somewhat of an anthology series, but Wonder Woman is like going through the pages.
Yeah, so they've got a really nice framing sequence linked up. I've tried to make sure that everybody who's getting Batman, who kind of would like to know larger parts of stories, is getting this, whether they asked for it or not. Because there's some very important Batman-y things and Gotham things happening. So, and James Tynion does that. You got all kinds of big creators pinch hitting on this one, including Bendis, David Marquez, that's the Justice League team, the Batman team, James Tynion and Jorge Ramirez, the Wonder Woman, Becky Cloonan, Michael Conrad, and Althea Martinez, Wonder Girl by Joelle Jones, a wonderful Green Lantern Alan Scott story by James Tynion IV, Teen Titans Academy, Tim Sheridan, Raphael Sandoval, Superman, heck yeah, so excited for Superman stuff by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Jamal Igle. Green Arrow and Black Canary, Joshua Williamson and Alex Malieve. It actually has one of my favorite lines when Black Canary is just like hanging out and Ollie's trying to explain everything that happened. She's like, I just like it best when I just can punch the problem in the face.
That's my girl.
Stargirl by Jeff Johns and Todd Knock. Green Lanterns by Jeffrey Thorne and Dexter Soy. That's got some Teen Lantern in it. Teen Lantern is one of my favorite new characters. The Flash by Joshua Williamson and Howard Porter. Eric.
Yes.
Y'all like yourself some Wally West. I know this. Your boy's back. And your boy's back and not a bad person. And Joshua Williamson gets the wrap up because he is leading up to big things in the summer. Eric, I'm pretty sure I do have one of these in your file, but I'm just going to make sure that that is true as of tomorrow.
I mean, that's the goal, Eric, is actually, yes, to tell you about things you may not know. So if you're buying more, we're sorry, but also not sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good times. Good times, everybody. We got Chariot, which is basically like a modern take on Knight Rider, but with more murder. It's literally kind of what that book is. It's kind of got the kind of neon 80s vibe going for it, and weird tech murders. I actually had a quite a bit of fun. It's by Brian Edward Hill, who is currently doing X-Force and Wolverine.
Oh, he's good.
For folks who like yourselves some murder books. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's part of doing business, though. Like, that's good. Like, we're doing our jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is cool. So Suicide Squad is a new series coming out of the Future State Suicide Squad, and it's also the same timeline as Crime Syndicate. So if you want like a double feature of an event that's happening from two different points of view, get both Suicide Squad and Crime Syndicate, because I think they're going to be really interesting.
Yeah, they do some really cool stuff, and they've got an interesting character makeup in this one. They don't spoil the big reveal in the back here, but there's a hero who has not been associated with the Suicide Squad that seems to be becoming a part of it. It's a kind of wild reveal. Hello,
thank you,
Twitch pal. I am very happy that you're enjoying the show. We got probably one of my favorite things that I read this week. I haven't read everything, and I have enjoyed most of this stuff. Like, it's been a ridiculously good week. But Dead Dog's Bite is very much kind of like a Coen Brothers-y feel. If it was kind of like Matt Fraction and David Aja's Hawkeye.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like this weird crime noir in this weird small town, but just sort of like that nice metered I don't know, paneling and whatnot. That really gives it a nice atmosphere and a nice pace. There's a weird narrator character. There's a lot happening, but it is at the core just like this kind of beautiful small crime story about people with emotions, and it's also just deeply weird. I loved it. I really, really liked it.
This heavily seems like a Brandon series. Weird, deeply emotional.
Maybe a bit of crimes.
That's my guy.
A bit of like deep process stuff. Heck yeah. All in on this.
That'll definitely be my first read after the show then, because it sounds fascinating.
If Dill House is still here, you're going to like it. It's got art and writing, actually, from the artist of Four Kids Walk Into a Bank. And has that kind of weird crime vibes to it. So,
all right.
And if not, it's going to be in your file anyways, you jerk.
Wow. See, there you go. Could be worse, Eric. We could treat you like you treat Dylan.
Dill House.
So I know I actually didn't get as much out of this as Undone by Blood as you did.
Yeah.
But it is back for another arc. It's pretty exciting.
So what they're doing is building it like an anthology series, like Fargo has been on the television, or American Crime Story, or American Horror Story. And yeah, it's basically this series of crime stories that they kind of tie in with this old Western novel series that really kind of informs things. To kind of put it into context, it's kind of like criminal works now, where they're all different stories, but they're all kind of in this shared world of these people who've read these books and have been influenced by them, and like crime. Really good, and I'm glad that this is happening. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of our customers, you should like have a support group at some point of like, Why did they call me this weird name? I still shop there, but I don't know if they like me.
Everybody has a weird secret name.
Pretty much, yeah. Most of them.
Some of them are weird public names.
Yeah.
But
like Dill House.
Dill House?
Yeah. We say that because we care.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You should talk about the Batmans.
Yeah. So this is effectively a new number one. Because Batman's back. All right. No.
I'm just gonna take a picture of that.
Yeah, do it. So basically, after the Infinite Frontier stuff, you're fine.
You keep saying it wrong.
Frontier.
It's Frontier.
Frontier. Infinite Frontier.
Please continue. I need to mute.
So it's basically a new number one Batman story. You don't have to know anything about what's been happening in Batman up until now.
Have a good night, Eric. See ya.
But the basic take is Gotham is in a very new place. Bruce, he don't got no money no more. And a lot of the culture has shifted in the city. It's going to be a really interesting ride, especially because since we've seen the future of Gotham, now we're looking to try and avoid the future of Gotham. This is how Frontier is I was going to say is sounded.
No, I know. It's just
This is how Frontier is sounded.
your cowboy comes out. You're Central Alberta.
Central Alberta, born and raised on the hay bales is where I spent most of my days.
Oh my God. Thank you for the emotional support that I need right now. Wow.
Sean, I believe it's pronounced foyer.
Don't bring Foyer in here, Sean. Don't you dare bring Foyer into my dining room.
I'm pretty sure we've told this story on streaming before, but still, it's always one of my favorite things. Danica, dead asleep, just out like a light, still listening to one of her sleep podcasts to help her sleep.
Yeah.
And the woman narrating says, "You step through the foyer," and Danica, dead asleep, goes, "It was great."
I am incandescent with rage. Thank you.
Dead asleep and just like, no.
Come
from Acadian heritage.
Darn right. Although, one sec before we move on.
Being dragged here.
If everybody, you should be, Mr. Southie. If anybody wants to, if anybody likes kind of a story told to them to actually get to sleep, I have Insight Timer. It's free. Everything is free on Insight Timer, and I found Michelle's Sanctuary, and she creates picturesque stories about everything. It could be like a car ride in autumn, walking down a pathway to your lighthouse. Like, it's just, I try to pick a different one all the time, and I do not make it to the end. It is the best.
What I like is when I come to sleep a little bit later, they always have a long tail of like soothing sounds. It's really nice.
Yeah, and so it helps him get to sleep too.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 2s and 3s.
Basically, we're just showing you the 2s and 3s because so many people are buying these off the shelf still. We did a little workaround of the rule to have 3s, but also partly because folks wanted some covers.
Some High Republic.
Out here on the frontier wilderness. The edge of space and time.
There you go. You go. All right. We're moving on to the collections. We have got Amethyst.
Oh my goodness. It's about time. I love Amy Lee Reeder, but she's slow.
Yes. However, very, very good.
Mhm.
She was the one that did Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. She is a talented lady and probably a good human being. So for anyone who doesn't know who Amethyst is, and I actually didn't when I first started reading this. So I like the things I don't know, because then I can kind of come into it and say, well, as a new reader to this,
Yeah,
because then I can sell it to new readers to this. It's great. It works
exactly.
out.
Yeah.
So like, you don't need to know everything, and you shouldn't. You should just chill. All right, I'm just being an ass.
Everybody calm down.
Everybody, just calm down.
Hello. It's
I don't even know why that happened. Teenager Amy Winston lives a second life in the magical realm of Gem World, where she is known as Princess Amethyst, or at least she did. When she tries to return to Gem World to celebrate her 16th birthday in style in a very, very nice gown, she discovers that the Amethyst Kingdom is missing. Her subjects have vanished, and no one in any of the neighboring lands, not even her best friend, remains loyal to her house. Left alone and dejected in this colorful fantasy realm, Amy must find new allies and confront dark secrets if she is to restore what's been taken.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting. I have loved all of the Wonder Comics lineup.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I do wish they were coming out at young adult graphic novel size. I understand why they're not, because they're produced not at that size. And when you shrink down letters to that smaller size, it gets real shrinky.
It's so pretty. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Sean says, "Hey, Brandy, things more normal down in Missouri." I actually, I have been a neglectful friend, and I have not checked on the weather.
I am excited to finally get through the rest of Bad Mother. One of the things about AWA that I'm not huge into is the fact that a lot of them do seem like graphic novels that are just being serialized. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that when it becomes clear that there's like a main format, I kind of really like to focus on that. So when I realized that that's kind of where we were going here, I went that way. This one has the short descriptor on the back of Baking Bad. But basically it's a young woman who's used to being a stay-at-home mom who stumbles into some bad crime stuff and needs to get her way out. It's basically like a lady killer, but what if the main character wasn't in on the murders from the jump, basically.
Yeah. We've got a response from Brandy. She says, "The weather is gorgeous here now. That's Missouri, though. Just wait a day and you can get a different season."
Alberta is very similar.
Very similar.
Yeah.
All right.
Finally, we've got a couple of these from the Life Drawn series from Humanoids. This one's called The Locker Room. When the middle school gets a new boys' locker room, their sanctuary becomes an unrestricted microcosm of adolescence, where jovial games are exchanged for vicious power plays. At first, the locker room represents a safe haven, void of adult authority, in which primal instincts are free to take over. Oh boy. But as the boys attempt to govern themselves, it becomes clear that not all leaders are just, and the downtrodden don't always stay down. The locker room is an authentic, unabashed, and at times disturbing testament to puberty from celebrated French comics creator Timothy Le Boucher. Yeah, very excited to kind of see a Lord of the Flies, but not on an island.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you were reading that.
Yeah.
That's very cool. All right. We have For Justice, the Serge and Beat Klarsfield story. For Justice is the remarkable true story of an ordinary husband and wife who became the world's most revered pair of Nazi hunters.
Oh yeah, the Nazi hunter one.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Gee, I wonder why we would have ordered this for our store. For more than 5 decades, Serge and Bit Klarsfeld have devoted their lives to seeking justice for the victims and survivors of the evils wrought upon humanity by the Holocaust. Over the years, they have received numerous national awards for their lifetime of work hunting down Nazi war criminals and forcing Europe to face the horrors of its past. And this was written in partnership with them, so it's very approved.
I love it. And very excited to get to go through it. Yeah. Well, that's been a lot of freaking comics. So there's that.
Yeah. So I think there's something out there for all of you. If there wasn't, let us know and we'll find something for you. But until then.
Oh, heck. It's one of my favorite parts of the show. It's where we get to do the romper room.
Oh.
You're lactose intolerant.
You're lactose intolerant.
That's the one. That's the wrong one.
You're lactose intolerant. You're lactose intolerant.
I just pressed it twice because, of course, I'm so sorry.
Hit that up, baby. I wonder if I can get a romper room button.
I don't know.
That would be terrifying, truly.
Like legal stuffs.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know
With
if it's
with
like live
anything, it's just like
streaming.
sort of like you press a button, and that really could be anything.
Could be anything at all.
Generic spooky show
Mhm.
music is what we have that as here.
Yeah, totally. All right, let's start seeing people.
Ooh.
That came up saucy.
Ooh.
Let's start
It's
seeing.
not.
I didn't say seeing other people.
You're funny. I love you.
I love you too. Our relationship is strange.
It is.
Aw.
That's the best kind.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, the romper room time is when we look out into the audience and see all of the kind people who were here and commented during the feed. We thank you so much for checking in, and we really appreciate this time that you spend with us and that we spend with you. So I'm seeing. Oh, there it is. Cool. Good. I'm seeing Brandy. I'm seeing Eric. I'm seeing Kate. I'm seeing Simone. I'm seeing the one true Andrew. I'm seeing Sean. I might have seen him already.
Oh,
Can't remember. I
Helen.
see Dill House.
Still house.
Whose house?
Still house.
I see Jason. I see Mike.
La la la.
I see Joseph. Hello, Joseph. You know who we haven't talked to in a while? Hans.
That's true.
I mean, he is stuck over in Germany.
Yeah.
He's being good.
He sends us texts, and somehow they have the accent in them.
They're in all caps.
It's great.
As I believe he has explained to me, that is the only way you can text in Germany. There is no such thing as no caps. There's every letter is in caps, and that's everything. Everything in Germany, all caps, all the time. I see Hawkeye 3366. I know that we know who you are. I just can't remember.
We appreciate you.
I see our
Aw.
Twitch friend, who is also a new follow. I could not begin to figure out how to say that.
I would just say the letters, if that's okay.
IFH YZZ AY KG.
Hello. Thank
Waloo,
you for
waloo.
follows.
I see Margaret. And that's it.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
Aw. Thank you so much for being here. This means a lot. I know I'm not always in the best mood. And I know I'm getting older, so I'm telling you my ailments. But I do super appreciate it.
And Sean, yeah. I believe it would end up being rompity stompity. Rompity stompity rompa room.
Oh my god. All right. This girl's gonna go find a heating pad and try to,
And then
Figure it
Joy is going to steal that heating pad.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so funny. Danica will get up for 2 seconds. She'll turn around and Joy's like, it's so toasty.
I know. I had to break a house rule the other night. I actually moved her. I was like, no, you're not. You can't get this
Like
right now.
The pain overrides the house cat rule.
Yep.
Of do not move the cats.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
But
folks.
we love them. She's in her loaf pan right now for anyone who's wondering because she has not been on camera.
Yeah.
She's happy. She's napping.
Yeah, Max has calmed down too, but mostly because I
Kept spraying him.
sprayed the shit out of him.
Uh-oh. All right. We'll cut this. I was going to say cut this short. It's been an hour. What am I doing?
We tend to rock out an hour no matter how much is here.
I
Like
know.
how little or how much. It's ridiculous.
I think we've had weeks with half of this stuff and we've still talked for an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. My lovelies. Mwah, 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 mwah. All right. We will see you later. Hope you have a really good night. Thank you. Bye.